Hello students, we are back again on your favorite learning platform, Learn Forward by Feathercap. Today we are going to study a very interesting topic, that is chapter 11, from hunter-gatherers to farmers. So let's study. So read the passage below and answer the question that follows. Lions and wolves are said to be perfect hunters. Similarly, bees are known to be gatherers. Lions and wolves communicate quite well to hunt as a group, while bees can tell each other where the best pollen is. For almost the whole of human history, from at least 3 million years ago, mankind has lived by carrying out the two basic activities, that is hunting and fishing and gathering edible items of any kind from fruits to insects. But then a change came about 10,000 years ago when the men first discovered how to cultivate crops and domesticate animals. Now, the two key activities that characterized human existence for the majority of history were hunting and gathering. Then what is the significant shift that occurred 10,000 years ago? 10,000 years ago, there was a change in then when man started growing crops and domesticating animals. Summarize the communication strategies employed by lions, wolves, and bees in their respective groups. Now, if we talk about the lions and wolves, they are perfect hunters. They communicate each other to tell where their prey is, and the bees, they are gatherers. They can tell each other where the best pollen is. So let's jump into the change which people had experienced and in different ages. So the emergence of satellite, the Neolithic revolution, which is around 8000 BCE to 4000 BCE. Discovery of cultivation and domestication of animals were the most significant development in human history. It happened within the Stone Age, where tools were still flint rather than metal, but it was a dividing line that separates Stone Age, Old Stone Age, with the New Stone Age, which is also known as Neolithic. न्यूलिथिक एज में क्या था, पहले लोगों ने स्टोन्स बनाने शुरू करे पर उसमें मेटल का यूज नहीं था. न्यूलिथिक एज में इन्होंने मेटल भी यूज किया. इसको न्यूलिथिक रेवोल्यूशन कहते हैं. न्यूलिथिक टर्म किसने दी थी? सर जॉन लुबॉक ने 1865 में अपनी प्री हिस्टोरिक टाइम बुक्स में. बिगनिंग ऑफ फार्मिंग. द हंटर गैदरर्स जो थे वो नोमैड्स थे. वो मूव करते थे एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पर खाने की चाहत में. Here the process of cultivation of crops was an accident, right? They never knew that they will grow crops. It was just a matter of accident, right? It was noticed by them that if seeds broke from stalks and they fell to the ground, they will grow into crops, right? No new plants will come out of it. So this led to the beginning of farming. So they had begun to cultivate plants and only cereals like wheat, barley, rice, but also pulses, vegetables and fruits. The first जो सीरियल था वो था wheat और barley. उसके बाद humans ने और food crops को grow किया. और कौन से weapons यूज किए? sickles यूज किया Neolithic age में as a farming tool. Now agriculture changed the life of early. अब agriculture आया, life change हो गई. अब उनकी लाइफ सेटल हो गई. पहले उनको एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाना पड़ता था. क्यों जाना पड़ता था? एक नोमैडिक लाइफ व्यू करते थे. अब उनको अपने वहाँ पे स्टे करना पड़ता था, क्रॉप्स ग्रो करने हैं. फिर उन्होंने मड हाउसेस बनाने शुरू किए. फिर उन्होंने फील्ड कल्टीवेट शुरू किए. फिर उन्होंने एनिमल्स को हंट करना शुरू किया. दे मेड टूल्स एंड वेपन्स, राइट? The shift from gathering food to growing was a major event. This agricultural revolution brought about many changes and improvements in the way people live. More food could be now produced than that was required by people. This led to methods of saving and probably planning for the future. Food could be stored until the next harvest. After each crop was harvested, the fields were cleared, and the next season, by burning the fields, ash mounds as well as habitation sites have been discovered in Brahmagiri and Halore in Karnataka and Payali in Tamil Nadu. तो ये सब इन्होंने किया. और 7000 BC Turkish houses were built together with no streets to separate the houses. Entry was through the holes in the roofs, right? अब इनकी लाइफ कैसे, जब एग्रीकल्चर डेवलप हुआ, लाइफ चेंज हो गई. कैसे हो गई? बिकॉज स्मॉल ग्रुप्स ऑफ फैमिलीज मेड देयर dwelling near the fields. अब वो वहाँ पे रहने लगे जहाँ पे खेत हैं. उन्होंने फिर अपनी लाइफ को सेटल बना लिया. उन्होंने हट्स बनाई विद क्ले, ग्रास, ट्विग्स एंड स्टिक्स. जो हाउसेस उन्होंने बनाए वो सिंपल थे, मड स्ट्रक्चर थे. उन्होंने अर्ली होम्स उन्होंने पिट्स बनाते थे ग्राउंड के अंदर. और अंडरग्राउंड होम्स में इसलिए रहते थे कि सर्दियों में उनको ठंड ना लगे. उसके अलावा जो साइड्स होती थे पिट्स में, उसमें वो मड से प्लास्टर कर देते थे. और सम पिट्स को इवन लैडर्स के साथ अटैच कर देते थे. जब नेक्स्ट फेज आया तो उन्होंने पिट होम्स को बंद कर इन्होंने हाउसेस बनाए ग्राउंड लेवल पे. अब वो पिट से निकले और ग्राउंड लेवल पे हाउसेस बनाए. जब न्यूलिथिक एज आई तो लोगों ने अपना ग्रेनाइट रॉक्स को तोड़ के वहां घर बनाए. वो नेचुरल प्रोटेक्शन देते थे रेन से और सन से. और इन दे कुड बी कन्वीनियंटली अडॉप्टेड फॉर ड्वेलिंग पर्पसेस. देन इज लाइक नाउ दे स्टार्टेड लिविंग विद पीपल अराउंड. तो बहुत सारी फैमिलीज आ गई, एक साथ रहने लगी. ये जो फैमिली थी इसमें विलेज बन गया. जो विलेज थे ये ज्यादातर कहाँ पे रहते थे? रिवर्स और लेक्स के पास होते थे. बिकॉज वहाँ पे सॉइल फर्टाइल थे तो एग्रीकल्चर का एक लाइवलीहुड का एक साधन मिल गया था. और वाटर भी प्लेंटी होता था. जब मैन ने एक विलेज कम्युनिटी में रहना शुरू किया तो साथ में रहेंगे तो झगड़ा भी होगा, अब झगड़ा होगा तो लॉस भी होंगे. So they started having laws. They had somebody as a head or elderly people who used to take care of it. तो elders जो थे वो laws बनाते थे, उनको obey करना पड़ता था. ऐसे कोई wise man होता था वो उनका leader बन जाता था, उनके disputes को settle करता था और एक settled life उन्होंने अच्छी रहनी शुरू कर दी, right? फिर आया व्हील कन्वेंशन जिसने लाइफ को बिल्कुल चेंज कर दिया, बिकॉज अभी तक वो पैदल चलते थे. अब जब व्हील आई तो लाइफ का जो है उनकी बहुत ईजी होगी. उन्होंने एनिमल्स को टेम किया, लोगों को, और व्हील के इन्वेंशन से उन्होंने हैवी लोड्स का ट्रांसपोर्ट इजी कर दिया. उसके अलावा पॉटरी में यूज हुआ व्हील, दस मैन कुड नॉट ट्रैवल फास्टर एंड द ट्रांसपोर्ट इज सरप्लस प्रोड्यूस टू अदर विलेजेस, राइट. देन फिर फायर का यूज आया. फायर का जब यूज आया इट सर्व द पर्पस ऑफ कुकिंग, कुकिंग में काम आया. मैन हैड बाय नाउ लर्न टू मेक अर्दन पॉट्स, इसने अर्दन पॉट्स बनाने सीखे. ये जो अर्दन पॉट्स थे इनको हीट करते थे एक सर्टेन डिग्री पर, फिर उसे हार्डन करते थे कि उसमें खाना रखने के काम है, तो आपके यूटेंसिल्स बन गए. उसके अलावा दे मेड अ स्मॉल फायर इन अर्दन डिश, द फर्स्ट लैम्प टू ब्रिंग अ बिट ऑफ लाइट एंड वार्मथ इनटू द dark cold home. So this was with the use of fire. Then they also managed themselves before the invention of wheel. जो handmade pottery use करते थे, जब वो wheel बना तो उन्होंने potter wheel को use करके pots बनाए. अब इसमें different type of clay use करके उन्होंने vessels बनाए, इसको paint भी करते थे इसको different flowers लीफ के साथ, कलर्स रेड येलो ब्राउन या पर्पल ग्रे में. फिर मैन ने ये भी समझा कि आप ना कॉर्स कॉटन और वुलन फैब्रिक कैसे बना सकते हो. उन्होंने फाइन नीडल्स यूज की और बाय यूजिंग द बोन्स ऑफ एनिमल्स एंड आइवरी दे कुड वीव केन बास्केट, दे मेड एरोज, बोस टू किल एनिमल्स. Besides the crafts of carpentry, spinning and weaving, dyeing, stone cutting and polishing, drawing and painting were also known to him. फिर आता है रिलीजियस बिलीफ. अब रिलीजियसली ना पहले इंसान को नेचर से डर लगता था, तो वो नेचर को एज गॉड ट्रीट करता था. तो न्यूलिथिक मैन बहुत परेशान हो जाता था, आपको नेचुरल डिजास्टर देखता था जैसे थंडर, लाइटनिंग, अर्थक्वेक, फ्लड एक्सेट्रा जो डिस्ट्रक्शन करता था, तो उसने वर्शिप करना शुरू कर दिया सूरज को, मून को, थंडर को, लाइटनिंग को. तो ये सोचता था दीज वर द फाइव गॉड्स ना व्हिच would actually control him. So that was the first side of God that came to him. The Neolithic man then worship and ancestral spirits को भी worship करते थे. बहुत सारे रिचुअल्स और राइट करते थे जब उनके बड़े की डेथ हो जाती थी. उसके बाद जब वो मरते थे उनके साथ कुछ सामान रख देते थे. दे यूज अर्न्स फॉर कीपिंग द बोन्स एंड एशेस ऑफ द डेड. The urns were oval in shape, some were one-legged and some were without any leg. Urns have been found in Maski, Salem, Hyderabad and Karnataka. कुछ सेवरल ब्यूरल साइट में जैसे हैं वो है मेहरगढ़ में है. इसमें ना क्या करते थे, जो डेड पर्सन होता था उसके साथ गोट रख देते थे कि अगर वो उसको कुछ खाना होगा तो कैसे इसका फूड सर्व करेगा आफ्टर डेथ. नाउ let's understand the case studies from northwest and northeast. So stone age and Chalcolithic age saw the significant development setting pattern. Excavation in various sites proved that there was a substantial change in people's lifestyle. The hunter and the gatherer became a food producer and herder. Although these developments had taken place simultaneously all over the world, evidences prove that in India all indications are of more development in northwestern parts as compared to the other parts. मेहरगढ़ जो है नॉर्थ वेस्ट पार्ट में ये एक आर्कियोलॉजिकल साइट है जिसके अंदर बहुत सारे लो माउंट्स हैं कच्छ प्लेन के, विच इज क्लोज टू बोलान पास. Now located some 30 kilometers from Sebi, a city of Balochistan province of Pakistan and covering an area of 250 hectares, most of the archaeological deposits are buried deep beneath accumulation of alluvium. Currently, excavated remains of at the site comprise a complex of large compartmental mud brick structures. The earliest Neolithic evidence for occupation at the site has been identified as around MR3. So मेहरगढ़ जो है एक अर्लीस्ट साइट है जिसके अंदर एविडेंस मिलता है फार्मिंग का, व्हीट एंड बार्ले का और हर्डिंग दैटिंग शीप एंड गोट्स का. जब एक इंसान मर जाता था उसके जो रिलेटिव्स और फ्रेंड्स होते थे उसको रिस्पेक्ट पे करते थे. ये माना जाता था कि सम फॉर्म ऑफ लाइफ, देयर इज लाइफ आफ्टर डेथ आल्सो. सो दे केम लुकिंग आफ्टर देम. Once a arrangement is burial, there are several burial sites that have been found in Mehergarh. तो ये burial sites बनाते थे. Evidence really it gives us a insight that in this instance goats were buried along with the dead person. Probably this meant to serve the food in the next world. तो सोते life after death होती है, इंसान जो मरता था उसके साथ goats को भी दबा देते थे. Then is evidence of settlement which has been found in northeastern states. In Garo Hills, many places such as Silbagri and Tibagri, Missi, Magari and Rongram, Alagri में they have yielded materials remains of Stone Age. The important sites of northeast are Davjali Harding. This area is situated in the North Chakar Hills near the Brahmaputra Valley. Ceramic types of hot impressed pottery, plain fine redware and incised pottery have been excavated from the site. A large number of pots have been found. All these suggest that people were growing and storing grains and preparing food. एक जगह है सारू तारू जो कि गुवाहाटी के पास है. यहाँ पे न्यूलिथिक टूल्स बहुत सारे पाए गए हैं, इम्प्लीमेंट्स पाए गए हैं जो बताते हैं कि यहाँ पे लोग बटेट एक्सेस, स्टोन सेल्स, बास्केट, मार्क पॉटरी, हाईली पॉलिश स्टोन एक्सेस यूज कर सकते. Very small chapter, but it gives us an insight how people have evolved from the Stone Age to the current. Right. The period when early, let's come to question answers. The period when early people used stone along with metal is known as Neolithic Age. The hunter-gatherers, they were the nomads. The beginning of agriculture changed their lives. Neolithic tools में एक्सेस, सिकल्स, मोटर्स और पेस्टल्स आते थे. देन इज पीपल जो थे अपने घरों में स्टोर करते थे हट्स में. फिर एविडेंस रिलीज करते हैं कि गोट्स को, दे वर गोट्स वर बारे. सारुतरी इज इन Guwahati, it's near Guwahati, right? Now, pulses and vegetables were the first cereals to be grown. Yes. They cultivated fields, hunted animals, made tools and weapons. Yes. The homes of Neolithic farmers were much larger and sturdier. They made homes using granite. The pots made of clay were shaped by hand and baked in fire, which gave them strength and durability. True. The dash followed by the Stone Age, followed by the time of Mesolithic Age, came to an end. The first cereal was wheat and barley. Dash changed the life of early human beings, farming or agriculture. People who grow crops have to stay in the same place for a long time. Sickles were the farming tool used for harvesting. The invention of wheel was an important step towards progress. People believed that there was some form of life after death. Now let's come to the question answers, brief question answers. Two changes in the life of early human beings during the Neolithic Age. The two changes that came in the life of early human beings, that instead of being the instead of living a nomadic life, they have a settled life. Instead of being the gatherers of food, they depended on agriculture for food. Name the two cereals that were first one, wheat and barley. Then how our ancestors became food producers. It was just an accident that they become food producers. They noticed by accident that any seed that grows down from a tree can lead to development of plant, and this is how they became food producers. What were the building activities undertaken by the Neolithic people? The Neolithic people, instead of making houses of mud and straw, started making houses. They were living in a house made of granite. They used rocks which were more sturdy and better. Then how were Neolithic tools and weapons used? Neolithic tools and weapons were very easy in the farming. They started making sickles, they started using axes, which was very easy in farming and even in hunting. Right? How did the invention of wheel prove helpful? Invention of wheel was very helpful. It helped in pottery making. It helped in taming the animals. Along with the transportation, they were used to carry a lot of loads. Name some places where earliest Neolithic settlements are found. If we talk of the earliest Neolithic settlements, the places we are found are, we have seen that there are many places. We have these are the places where early Neolithic places are. Mehergarh, we have talked about Darjeeling, Harding. There are many places where we can see the Neolithic things to be found. Then where is Sartaru located? It is located near Guwahati. Let's come to questions in detail. What is Neolithic Revolution? Discuss the brief. Neolithic Revolution is the new Stone Age in which people now converted from Stone Age to a new age wherein they were using tools to live a settled life. Instead of hunting and leading a nomadic life, they lived a settled life and they lived a better life as compared to Stone. Discuss about the beginning of farming. Beginning of farming was not a methodology which was thought and planned. It was an accident in which people were able to invent about farming by understanding the natural process of plants growing. They saw a seed growing into a plant, and this is what led to farming. What were the improvements in Neolithic tools and weapons? In terms of the tools and weapons, Neolithic age experienced a great change. If we talk about all the changes that we have seen, so they use a lot of tools. We see that they had used the wheel, which was used to tame animals and used to carry the logs. It was used in pottery also, in transportation also. Then they started using fire. They used pottery and other arts for crafts. They were using different type of pottery. They were also using the lamp. They were also using utensils to hold their food items. Then what was the give a brief account on Mehergarh. अगर हमने देखा था मेहरगढ़ में हमने पढ़ा था मेहरगढ़, it gives us a dive into the archaeological site during the Neolithic age. They had it is the earliest site when where we get the evidence of farming, where people had grown wheat and barley, and they were herding cattle, sheep, and goats. Then there was a tradition that was carried out when a person used to die. They used to pay tribute. They used to, have a burial site, and along with that, they used to bury along with the dead person. They used to bury ghosts so that it can act as food in the next one, because they maintain life after death. Yeah. And the last question is, what do you mean by Daujali Harding and Saturu? So we have studied about Daujali Harding and Saturu because in Daujali Harding, this area is situated in North Chakar Hills near Brahmaputra Valley. Ceramic types of pot impressed pottery. You can see plain fine redware and size pottery. It is excavated from this side. We have seen a lot of pots also from these sides. All this suggests that people were here growing and storing grains for preparing food. If we talk of Sarutaru, it is located near Guwahati, which is again a dive into Neolithic tools and implements that have been recovered from this place. And we have seen a lot of tools like butted axes, stone cell, basket, market pottery, and highly polished stone axes, which were found in this particular place. So this was a very easy chapter. I hope you enjoyed it. Happy learning.